Every morning, millions of people around the world reach for a steaming cup of coffee to kickstart their day. But behind this beloved ritual, a common question lingers. Does drinking coffee actually dehydrate your body? With so much conflicting advice out there, it's easy to wonder if your daily brew is helping or hindering your hydration. Today, we'll dive into the science behind coffee and hydration to uncover the real impact of your favorite drink. Many people believe that drinking coffee will leave you feeling dehydrated, often warning that caffeine causes your body to lose more water than it provides. This idea has been passed down for decades, leading some to avoid coffee when trying to stay hydrated. However, others argue that coffee is mostly water and can count toward your daily fluid intake. These conflicting views create confusion about whether enjoying your morning cup is actually harmful to your hydration. So, what does the latest science really say about coffee and its effects on your body's fluid balance? Coffee is brewed from roasted coffee beans, which are actually the seeds of the coffea plant. One of its key components is caffeine, a natural stimulant that affects the brain and nervous system, helping you feel more alert and awake. Caffeine also has a mild diuretic effect, meaning it can increase urine production in the body. This is why some people believe coffee might lead to dehydration. However, the overall impact of caffeine on hydration depends on how much you consume and your individual sensitivity. The belief that coffee dehydrates you has roots stretching back decades. Early observations noted that caffeine could increase urination, leading many to assume that drinking coffee would inevitably cause the body to lose more water than it gained. This simple logic quickly spread, and the idea became widely accepted in health advice and popular culture. However, these early assumptions didn't account for the body's ability to adapt to regular caffeine intake or the high water content found in coffee itself. As a result, the myth persisted, shaping how people viewed coffee and hydration for generations. Recent scientific studies have shown that moderate coffee consumption does not cause dehydration in regular coffee drinkers. In fact, coffee is made up of more than 95% water, so it actually helps contribute to your daily fluid intake. Researchers have found that people who drink up to 3 cups of coffee a day maintain normal fluid balance, as the water content in coffee offsets caffeine's mild diuretic effect. This means that, for most adults, enjoying coffee in moderation supports hydration rather than undermining it. For most people, drinking coffee does not lead to dehydration. This is because the body quickly adapts to regular caffeine intake, reducing its mild diuretic effect over time. In fact, black coffee is made up of more than 95% water, so it actually helps to meet your daily fluid needs. Studies show that habitual coffee drinkers maintain normal fluid balance, as the water content in coffee offsets any increase in urine production. As a result, moderate coffee consumption can be part of a healthy hydration routine for most adults. While moderate coffee consumption is generally safe for hydration, there are situations where coffee can contribute to dehydration. Consuming extremely high amounts of caffeine, especially more than 400 milligrams per day, may lead to increased fluid loss through urine. This effect is more pronounced in people who are not regular caffeine consumers or who are particularly sensitive to caffeine. In these cases, the diuretic properties of caffeine can outweigh the fluid content of coffee, making it important to monitor both intake and personal response. If you notice signs of dehydration, such as increased thirst or darker urine, it may be wise to adjust your caffeine habits accordingly. Health experts recommend that most healthy adults limit their caffeine intake to no more than 400 milligrams per day, which is roughly equivalent to 3 to 5 cups of coffee. This amount is considered safe and unlikely to cause negative effects for the majority of people. However, pregnant women are advised to keep their caffeine consumption below 200 milligrams daily, as higher amounts may pose risks during pregnancy. It's important to remember that caffeine is also found in tea, energy drinks, and some sodas, so total intake should be monitored. By staying within these guidelines, you can enjoy coffee as part of a balanced and healthy lifestyle. Coffee does contribute to your daily fluid intake, thanks to its high water content. For many people, A cup of coffee in the morning or throughout the day can help keep them hydrated. However, water is still the gold standard when it comes to maintaining optimal hydration. Unlike coffee, water contains no caffeine or additives and is absorbed efficiently by the body. To support your overall health, it's best to enjoy coffee as part of your fluid intake, but not as a complete substitute for plain water. The main takeaway is that, for most people, drinking coffee in moderation does not cause dehydration. In fact, coffee can contribute to your daily fluid intake and fit into a balanced, healthy lifestyle. As long as you stay within recommended caffeine limits, coffee is simply another way to help keep your body hydrated. Remember, moderation is key to enjoying coffee without negative effects. If you're interested in learning more about the science behind everyday nutrition choices, there's a wealth of evidence-based information available. Staying informed helps you make decisions that truly support your health and well-being. For more trustworthy insights and the latest research on nutrition, remember to subscribe. Together, we can explore the facts and debunk the myths surrounding what we eat and drink.